Planning is a process. Everybody knows this. It's not like, you get your list of shit and then you're like, whoop, I know what to do. I mean, I'm sure there are people like that, but among all of us crazies in the planner community, there's more to the story than just getting some plans and then executing them. You got to go through the process. So I'm going to be doing a 5-part series this week showing you my planning process. And today, to kick it all off, I'm going to talk about my monthly layout and how I utilize it in the Inkwell Press planner to keep my crazy life under control, at least on paper. Everything in my planner comes down to my monthly layout in my Inkwell Press. It is not anywhere near as fancy as my weekly spreads get, but it serves as my record of appointments and things that need to be done that day that have a time schedule fixed to them that I can't get around. So when I do my planning during the week, there's maybe a to-do list of the whole mountain of shit that I need to do. But the stuff in my monthly planner is the things that I need to schedule around because these are all locked in. The most fancy I got this month was lettering the Game of Thrones premiere. And even then, more stuff got added to it. So I was kind of regretting using that much space for the Game of Thrones premiere. I wrote this in pencil, this plant sale, because at the time the date was up for grabs. Otherwise, I just write in with whatever pen is handy. You can see that I use different, like there's this black, which was probably the Uniball Vision Elite, and then there's the rest of it was written in probably this Pilot G2. I know there's a lot of people who do like to decorate their monthly spread, but if I tried to, I'd probably wind up just flaking out and only doing it for 1 month. But this works really well for me. And like I say, you have to find what works for you. The one washi that I do use in here, I'm using this yellow one. I got this from the Bye Bye Birdies co-op. I use it to mark my custody schedule when I have my kids. Use this to mark my custody schedule so that I can keep going throughout the months to see where I have them and where I don't for planning vacations and things like that. Coming over to this page, though, I will show you. See these stickers? These are from the Station Stickers sticker kit. If you see me use stickers in my monthly, if you ever catch a view of my monthly and you see me using stickers, chances are I use them because somewhere on the page I ripped it because I was pulling washi tape up or something. Somewhere I fucked it up. And so I had to cover it with a sticker. And then I add a couple more. Like this one, I can see it. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a tear there. I was probably moving washi tape around. And then I tore it, so I covered it with a sticker. And now I put other stickers on to make it look like I meant to do that. So now you know my secret. The only other times I use washi or stickers, like here, I have this gold washi to mark when I'm going to be in New Orleans for Go Wild, the planner convention that Planners Gone Wild is throwing. And then you'll see March. This I use for, this other washi is for spring break. Things like that. I use it to mark periods of time that need to be marked off. But like I said, very simple. I even don't care if I cross shit off. Really doesn't matter to me as long as I have the things that are important in here. And then the notes, I usually just scribble down things that need to be on my radar for that month. They're like big to-do list items that need to be remembered. So like this, I have something for a fundraiser at school. Here I've got some stuff going on for my church. It's like a catch-all for that. You will notice I don't have any of my YouTube stuff or my Instagram stuff or my freelance stuff in my monthly layout. That's because all of this is family stuff, like my husband's band practice, my vocal practice, kids' appointments, meetings, blah, blah, blah. So the stuff for my online life and my freelance life, I keep in my Studio Calico business binder. So I'll be walking through this at a later date, but I do keep that separate from, even if I might note it in my weekly layout, I don't put it in my monthly layout because there's just too much. And this would become a garbled mess and I'd have to start color coding and all that other bullshit. And it is actually easier for me to just use 2 planners than to super code the shit out of my monthly layout. I want it to just stay blah and purposed. So that's how I use my monthly spread in my Inkwell Press. I hope it was helpful for those of you watching, especially people who may think that my monthly winds up looking as fancy and frilly as my weekly spreads do. It doesn't. I'm utilitarian. If you'd like to see more of my crazy life and shenanigans on my channel, please subscribe if you think about it. And otherwise, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, whatever you might be doing.